Now, Todd Levin is here. He's, of course, a friend of the show and a longtime writer over there at the Conan O'Brien program. Yes. And just last week, upon my return, my opening up the stage door, I walk in to see Martin Short doing a pre-tape and was hysterical. And then it comes to my attention, you wrote that pre-tape.
I wrote that pre-tape.
Well, tell everybody, if you have not, first of all, I will say this in advance. If you have not seen what Todd's about to describe, go on YouTube and watch it because it's hysterical. Oliver and I have watched it 3 times, and we've laughed equally from first to third time.
He's so funny.
Oliver is great.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Marty's okay too.
Martin Short,
I still don't know if I can call him Marty.
I called him Marty, and it was okay.
Okay, I probably could have. I just was like, it just feels like, you know what I mean? Like, I always think of like Billy Crystal, how he's so quick to call Robert De Niro Bobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just too quick to do it.
Agreed.
And I was like, I don't want to be that guy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You wrote this thing.
Yeah. So
what I was going to say, we can all agree, Martin Short, top 5 funniest movies on the planet.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yes. Like, what a thrill to do anything for that guy. Because you know, it's just one of those people it's guaranteed to elevate the material.
Yes.
And like, you just know he'll do the right thing with it. And if he gets it, if he's locked into it, he's going to be amazing. And he was great.
Yes.
And it was, it was a pitch that I had completely forgotten about. Because toward the end of the show, like, we're all, everybody's pitching ideas for, last couple of weeks, like possibly for guests to come in and do like little like show wrap up ideas and things. And you just create this volume of them, and they just all go into this, like, into the shitter. Like, you just sort of forget them because it creates a sort of black hole of content, and we obviously, you can only do, there's 2 weeks of shows, you can only do like 8 of these at the most. So it had been weeks since I'd pitched that, and I pitched it for him specifically because I'd heard he was going to be doing something on the show. And then I kind of forgot about it. And to be perfectly honest, I was at the point where I was sort of checked out. I was like, I've got this one thing that I know I'm doing in the last couple shows, and that's good enough for me. We've got a full staff. I want everybody gets a swing.
Everybody gets, yeah.
And but then, so I was already in New Jersey, and Matt called, head writer Matt called me and said, "Hey, Martin wants to do that bit." And it was like a Friday night, and they were going to tape it on Sunday. And I was like, oh, and I was just activated, and I had to write a song. Like, I had to make up a song.
You wrote the whole song?
I wrote the whole song. Yeah.
The song's great.
Thanks. Yeah, Conan was like, it helped because the song felt like a real song.
100%.
Yeah. And I wanted to seem earnest, like really, really earnest.
It was so good that at the beginning, I was like, is the Letterman part real? Like, I actually was like, did that part actually happen? Because they pulled it off, like, technically very well, too. It looked, so I was like, oh, no, this is all made up. Like,
yeah.
So you wrote the music for it, too?
I sang it into my phone. I can't sing. I don't know anything about music, but I like melodies. Yeah. Everybody knows melody. So I had written the lyrics, and I kind of came up with a melody, and I sang it into my phone for Jimmy Vivino, our band leader, who's great, and he can take my horrible sounding voice and turn it into something nice. But I haven't. I should play it for you because it's so awful.
I would like to hear your after you tell this story.
I'll tell the story, and then I'll see if I can find it. I should be able to find a voice record. But so I'd write the song, and then they were like, this whole, like, flurry of emails, like, what do we want to do about wardrobe? Are we going to do this or that? Because I knew there were going to be all these pre-tapes.
And you're on the East Coast.
And I'm on the East Coast.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like in the middle of a card game with Lisa and her parents who were coming to visit. So we were like playing rummy at that time, and I had to keep like taking breaks to like go into another room because I'd think of like a line from the song. I was like, I gotta voice record it so I don't forget that line. So after this card game, I can write this song. And then so all these emails were happening, and then they were wondering about wardrobe, and then suddenly we got an email from Martin Short's publicist saying he would like to just talk to the writer directly about this stuff. And it's like,
that writer directly is Todd Levin.
Yeah, I was like, really? So they gave me his email address, and I wrote him this like long email, and I don't want to know. So I wrote him this long email, and I was really nervous writing this email.
Sure.
Because I was nervous to do this thing with him because he's a hero of mine. Like, it was like exciting, and I didn't want to fuck it up. And I told him that in the email. It's like, I apologize if the tone of this is like officious, but I do not want to make any mistakes. And then at the end of the email, I said, like, I just want you to know I could not be more excited to be working with celeb TBD. But then and I gave him my number and everything. And then a couple days later, I was like taking a nap, and I get a phone call, and it's Martin Short, and he was just like, "Hello, Todd Levin, this is Martin Short." It was like, now I'm talking to Martin Short about this bit,
right?
But it was so nice of him to call me because he really, really cared about it, and he wanted it to be right, and it was so cool that somebody who's been doing this so long, and really could just go, "Yeah, just give me what you got," or
Yeah, put it on cue cards. I'll see you on Sunday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That he was so meticulous about it, and that meant so much to me because he was invested,
Right.
And then he came out and did it, and he like did it beautifully. And he even like the thing about him that I love so much is that he even in his like little micro expressions, he milks laughs.
Yes.
Like a little look away, or like a weird like after he drinks the
when
milkshake.
he drinks the thing and he does his Martin Short eyes thing.
Oh, like
yeah.
he just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
he knows how to play it to like the camera and to the audience and to everybody at the same time. He's so good.
Yes.
So I was really, really happy to have like another like high note to go out on, like as the show was wrapping up. And it made me, honestly, even that, like as I was feeling a little bit sad about it ending and kind of maybe like a little bit shitty about it too in some ways, that got me over it. And now I'm just like, it's just a nice way to say goodbye.
It was great.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.